Now that our frets are installed, we need to file the sides of them flat and give them a little bit of a bevel. If your neck is glued onto the body of your guitar, you just need to take special care to protect this shoulder right here, because as we file these flat, it is really easy to put a ding right here in the shoulder. It is really easy to mess this up. So you'll want some sort of protector there. I always use something like this that is a pretty significant barrier, at least to abrasion, not from impact, but it'll at least protect it from that file coming through here. My neck is not glued onto the body yet, so I'm going to take this off to demonstrate it. Similar to the guitar body, we want to take care to protect our peg head as well. Because when we come in here with the file, it is real easy to bang that peg head up right here in the transition. The file I'm using has a safety edge to it, which kind of helps on the top, but not really, because once we start to bevel, we're still dealing with a pretty coarse corner here, and that can put a pretty significant slice in the bindings on your guitar body if you're not careful. I just want to file the sides of all of my frets flat. So take a look down and see if there are any that are sticking up really high. One thing we don't want to do is start here in the middle and then end up with one of them out here sticking up high, and you hit it and you bend it over. So just kind of touch on them real light at first, see which ones are too high. And we want to keep exactly flat with that binding. Or if you haven't bound it, then at least to the side of the fretboard so that we're nice and flat. We want to keep that as flat as possible right now. Lift it up, check and see if you're getting any of the ebony yet, whether it's from your fretboard, if it's unbound, or from whatever color binding you're using, if you did bind it. Once you feel that grip of the metal change to the wood, it'll be much slipperier, and so you'll be able to feel when you're down to the binding or the fretboard, because the feel will change quite a bit. Once you're there, just kind of grip it with your fingers here so that you can use your fretboard as a guide or the neck as a guide with your fingers here. And then I always put a finger here in this transition to protect it. Couple of light strokes as flat as you can. All right, that side's done. Just take a look down it and make sure that you did indeed get them all. Yeah, looks like I did. That's good. And we will switch directions. There we go. You'll feel the change and you'll be able to tell when you've got these flush with the bindings. Now that we do have those flush with the bindings or the fretboard, what I want to do now is tip this over, and I want to bevel these frets just a little bit, probably somewhere between 20, 25 degrees, even 15 is fine. What I find difficult with a 45-degree bevel on these is that depending on where your strings lay out, it is real easy, especially on these high ones, if you have this beveled on this side to 45, to grip those and have that string slide off if that bevel comes into the fretboard too far. So I really try to just go for about 20, 25 degrees on either side, and that is usually plenty. If you're building this for somebody else and they have a different preference, well, I guess that's a different story, but I've never had anybody complain about a 20 to 25 degree bevel. And the way that I do that is I just hold it I'll get my fingers here are held right on the side underneath. Use those as a guide. And when you are beveling, also be careful that you don't start to bevel and take off the edge of your fretboard. We don't want to put a bevel on this nice sharp corner we have on the fretboard just yet. We will deal with that when we dress the frets and finish really dressing the entire fretboard and the frets at the same time. Try not to take very much material off on this corner at all right now. We just want to take it off the frets and then stop when we feel that grip change and that we know we are into the wood rather than the metal. So try and use either your thumb as a guide on top or your fingers as a guide underneath so that you keep that nice bevel the entire length. And again, don't run into the peg head. It's super easy to do. If you start getting less than 15 degrees on this bevel, you can start to get more of a rough edge on the edges of these frets, and it can be uncomfortable to play. That looks good. I'm looking at the bevels where the frets meet the fretboard. That all looks good. And they'll be rough. When you rub your finger along it, the edges will be rough, and we'll address that before long, but not at this point. Right now, we just want to focus on getting them flat with the fretboard first, and then bevel them over. Now on this side, same thing. I'm just going to use my thumb and or fingers to guide me along this. Not super aggressive and hard. I don't want to come at this hard. I just want to be very gentle about it. I don't want to rip the frets out. I want to be as careful about it as I can and deliberate. Yep, that looks just about right. Okay, looks good, feels good. I'm happy with that.